everyone, glad to see you again. Today I want to talk about things that I miss. Things that I miss doing because since Fibro, as I always say, Fibro, it's life changes and there are things that you could do before and now you can't do. So I wanted to tell you about the things that I miss, or the things I remember right now that I miss, because I probably have things that I couldn't think about because I haven't done them in so long. So I'll tell you what I miss. I miss knitting. I used to knit, and I'll show you one example of something that I made. This is my shawl, which I really, really love, that I made. It's very, very big. And it's made out of this nice wool that I got in India, which is where I started knitting. And because knitting really, you need to use your hands a lot, I really can't knit anymore. It's just drains me of energy. Another thing I used to do, or I did before Fibro started, was play the guitar. Or at least I was learning to play the guitar. So because, you need your elbow and your hand to strum the strings, and you need your other hand to do all kinds of different things like that. When I was a junior in high school, I got this guitar, and I was learning classical music back then and technique. And just before Fibro started, I started learning how to play songs. And I was getting good at it, and then Fibro hit, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I'll put the guitar away. It's really getting dusty, this guitar, because I haven't played it so long. And let's see, another thing that I miss is wearing jewelry. See, I have rings. I have this ring, it's just an example. I have tons of jewelry because I used to love it so much. I used to wear at least 5 rings on both my hands, total, and necklaces and earrings, and I always had a lot of jewelry on me. But since my skin is so sensitive, I can't wear this anymore because it just, just from the few seconds it was on, it bothers me. So I can't really wear jewelry except for earrings. But even that, I only wear the 2 earrings. I have 3 more piercings, 2 more here and 1 more here, and I don't use them anymore. So I really miss wearing jewelry. Another thing I miss doing is brushing my teeth with my right hand. Because my right hand is a lot weaker because I use it much more, I, very early started brushing with my left hand because, it's something that I can do. Because I'm not a lefty, but brushing my teeth I learned how to do with my left hand. So I always start with my right and switch to my left because I know it's gonna hurt too much and it's pointless. And it's kind of ridiculous. That's what I miss, brushing my teeth with my right hand. But that's how it is. I also miss sitting like this with my legs crossed. Here, I'll show you how I'm sitting. Like this. And I'm sitting like it now because it's the most comfortable position, or used to be the most comfortable position. But if I sit like this for too long, my knees get incredibly sore and my hips are always sore. It doesn't matter where I sit. If I'm sitting in class, I don't need to have my legs crossed like this, but if I'm sitting in class or in the car or when we meet my family or just here on my couch, I have my heating pillow that I told you about, and I have this blanket that I lean back on, and I really miss being able to sit down without pain. It's just a lot of time to have, you sit a lot of the time, and if you want to work and if you want to, a lot of things, it's just too painful to sit and makes it impossible to concentrate. Another thing I really miss is writing with a pen. This isn't a good example of a pen, maybe this. With a pen, writing like this takes energy out of my whole hand. I feel it right up to my neck. and my whole hand really, really hurts when I write. So even when I sign my name on a credit card slip, too much pain. So I don't write anymore. And I used to write diaries. I have since I was 10 years old. I was writing diaries, not all the time, but on and off. And I can't do that anymore because writing is too draining. So it feels counterproductive. So instead, I do all my blogs here and writing sometimes when I have strength to type. The last thing I wanted to tell you about that I really miss is picking up my nephews. I have 6 nephews. So the oldest 3 are kind of big already, so there's not a lot of picking up to do. But the younger ones, my other sister's kids, are still, in the stage where you pick them up and you play and you hug and they sit on you, and I can't really do that anymore. I mean, they know I'm in pain, and sometimes I have to explain to them again. And my youngest nephew once suggested, because they were talking about my pain, and he suggested maybe Shira should go and buy herself a new body in the store, which I think is a great idea. And whenever anyone hears about a store that sells new bodies, please tell me about it. So I really miss being able to pick up my nephews and have them sit on me and everything. And if I do pick them up now, because I still, I love them and I want to hug them. And when I do pick them up, because I just ignore how I'm feeling, then my family makes sure to tell me, don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. Which I think is really cool. I think it's cool that my family knows what I can and can't do, and they make sure that I stick to what I can do, even when I don't know that I should. I mean, even when I don't pay attention to it and try to forget about fibro for a while. But you can't forget about it. You always have to keep it in mind. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to show you is that I got my Fibro doc, which I love, and I already posted a few pictures. I asked and was answered. I asked about the dots on the Fibro doc, and they explained to me that it represents the tender points of fibromyalgia. So I already took a few pictures, and I'm going to take as many as I can and post them. This is for the Fibro doc Million Ducks campaign. So that's me doing my share of raising awareness. Anyway, that's that. So those were the things that I missed that I remember right now. Probably a little foggy, so I don't remember everything, but still. So that's it. I hope you have a pain-free week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. To say